And try him one more time. This is a good lead that we've been working on for a while. It's just we haven't been able to connect with them. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put him on a warm lead campaign, which is 45 days out. And actually, once I do that, change, reassign everything. I just want the hottest leads. All right. How long do you have on that Atchison property, bro? What is your due diligence period, and when is your expected close of escrow? Those are all things that we need to know if we're gonna be able to kind of move forward with this one. Let me go ahead and keep dialing here. All right, so this one's still a warm lead, so we're gonna have to change this one to Ryan. So I tried this guy yesterday, but no answer. No answer, did not go through. Okay, so if this doesn't go through this time again, we're gonna have to dump it. Hey Mitch, how's it going? Hey Mitch, what's going on? This is Hector. Wanted to see if you were still interested in getting an offer for the property there on 6th Street. Feel free to give me a call back at your earliest convenience. Thanks. What other questions you guys got from you guys that are out looking to get into wholesaling or starting to kind of get into the real estate world? I'd be more than happy to help you guys answer any questions regarding that. Need help like crazy? Yeah, dude. Let me know. I'd be more than happy to help out. But kind of like what you see me doing here, brother. It's just about putting in the work, putting in the reps. you're not always going to get a home run every day. I would do Hey, Leroy. Hey, how's it going, sir? It's Hector. Yes, sir. Wanted to see if this week would be a good time to meet at the house on Greeley. Okay, excellent. I'll give you a call next week. Thank you, sir. Have a good day. Keep pushing the ball forward, guys. Keep pushing the ball forward. That's all it takes. It does need, some follow up, but eventually one will hit, and then from there you start building that pipeline. Once you kind of get a good pipeline going, and you start making 15, 20K on the assignments, right? That kind of pays for all of the marketing that you did before. So it's just a matter of keeping on the ball. It's just stay on top of it. So that was going to be a good opportunity for us. What's the dialer? The dialer that I'm using right now is integrated into my CRM. It's called RE Simply. So this one's actually a dead lead here because it went through foreclosure. Property is already sold. Actually, property. The property went through foreclosure, so unfortunately, we can't do anything there. We got to get faster at just connecting with these foreclosure leads. Is it a multi-line dialer? No, bro. So on this one that I have is for just my acquisitions, right? The one that we use for a multi-line dialer is called Call Tools. It's very popular throughout like the industry. Pretty easy to use once you get it set up, but setting it up is a thing that takes a little bit of time. If you don't want to go through all of that hassle, Batch dialer is also a very good one. Multi-line dialer, very user interface is very easy to use. You can check that one out. That one's very, very, very convenient if you're just getting started. Um, that's the one that we used whenever I got started. But now we've kind of moved on to Call Tools just because it's got you can do a little bit more with it, right? So this one also sold. Gotta keep this fucking pipeline clean, bro. Hey there, Vida. This is Hector. Yeah, calling about the house on Vivian. Would you be open to discussing an option that we may potentially be able to pay you your asking price. If you do, please give me a call back at your earliest convenience. Phone number is 816-266-4552. Thanks. So she's wanting a pretty high price on that house. The only way that we're actually going to be able to make any sort of deal with that one is if we do something more creative, maybe take it over and pay like a seller finance option on it. Most of the time, people just need to kind of get a little bit more information on how that works, and they'll be willing to kind of work with you on that as long as you get them their price. So this house has been sitting vacant, I'm guessing, for about a few days now, a few weeks. So there's going to be pressure coming at some point. She's going to want to either drop the price or think of something creative on the house. And so I'll just quickly send her a text message. Again, just following up. Not a very motivated seller, though. I'll tell you that much. So, in all honesty, if she doesn't answer in the next couple of days, I might just put it a warm lead and just have my VA follow up with them. $1.5 million. So obviously, this guy is just full of shit, right? Not gonna work for that. 'Do we usually go live at the same time? I'm trying to be better at being consistent with the lives. It's just it's kind of hard sometimes, but yeah, usually in the mornings is when we go live. I'm also trying to maybe put some time in the afternoon and the evenings to help some of you guys that are doing the whole 9 to 5 still, and hopefully be able to give you guys more options to come in and check out, like, these cold calls and stuff. So but yeah, let me know what time works best for you guys, the ones that you guys are here on the chat. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's see. Let's keep making these calls here, guys. I get really into my craft, so I tend to. You guys are on here to learn. This is how we do this stuff. Sí, aquí en Kansas City. Let's double dial her. Okay. Well, we'll move this one over to Ryan so he can keep calling her, and then put up a task for him to talk to her in the next couple of days. So working. This is what we do, dude. It's always it's not just all fun and games and all pretty like a lot of the gurus show up, right? Like it can be when you start closing multiple deals, but whenever to get to that point, you need to put in the work. You need to be making the calls. You need to understand how we're navigating these conversations. You got to do a lot of sales training. You got to be building your list, your buyers list, your sellers list, all of that. So let's see. Let's take a look at this one. So it looks like this one may have closed already. All right. So this one was a dead lead. That one's already closed. It's already closed. I want to build my sellers list, but don't know where to go. All right, brother. So, if you have prop stream, or deal machine, or batch leads, any of those will get you your basic list, right? It's your job from that point on to be able to start making those calls and start vetting out and looking and scrubbing and doing all of that stuff. So, I'd encourage you to do something like that if you're getting started, right? Just kind of start looking for those basic lists. Now, the thing that we do in my team is we start making, stacking lists from, foreclosures, the government, like tax delinquents, code violations, things like that. And that's how we're able to then generate more opportunities. So just stay consistent with it. But whenever you start getting some money to dump back into your marketing, that's whenever you can start kind of playing around with more tools. So I'd encourage you to do something like that. Let's take a look at these here. Another warm lead. Let's take a look at this one. Let me call this one here. Let's take a look at what this guy said before. So yeah, this guy had a couple properties that he wanted to sell as a package. You do multi units, like 5+ units. Those are my favorite. Those are fun to run numbers on. Yeah, yeah. Antonio, we have actually like a good buyer right now that's looking for more properties between like 5 units up to 8 units. He's looking to buy a couple here in Kansas City. So if you have a couple that you want to explore or need help kind of pushing those across, let me know. Yeah, those are good. Those are good opportunities to make some money on. I can't remember this guy. Let me give him a quick call. It's just a touch base. We can always try, bro. These are institutional buyers, so they're buying across the state. I mean, across the country. They bought a couple in Tennessee. Um, I believe Arkansas. I guess that's where you have a couple properties there too. Yeah, I mean, we can try as long as the numbers work and you kind of know how that works. Hey Chuck, this is Hector. I wanted to touch base with you regarding the properties in Independence. Feel free to give me a call back at your earliest convenience. Thank you. Let me call this lady. I really want this house. I've been working with 400 days. Hey Natalie, this is Hector. I know we haven't touched base in a while, but just wanted to see how things are moving along with the property and see if there might be anything that we might be able to do to help you move some stuff out. I know my guy is pretty free this week and is looking for, well, some side work. So if you can give me a call back at your earliest convenience, I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you. So I'm going to send her a quick text again and then just follow up. This is a hot lead. I really like this property, but it's been troublesome just trying to get in front of her. How about Florida? Yeah, dude, Florida works well. Really, like, again, it's just about the numbers, and I mean, since you've been doing real estate for a little while, you kind of know how to run those numbers. So yeah, present those to me, and let's do some deals together, brother. I know it's hard sometimes. Um, to get a lot of those properties across, but we do have some really good buyers, um, especially for those multifamily that I mentioned. Let me see if this lady had been playing me for a minute too. I wonder if it actually sold. Yep, this bitch sold it. Whatever. I should have put a memorandum on that thing. I was being nice. That's stupid. What was the story with the last lead? What type of lead was it? Which one, brother? The one that I just called, or which one are you talking about? Or the one that just kind of ghosted me? The one that sold behind my back. So this is a foreclosure too. Let's see if we can get this one. The lady we just called. So the lady we just called, her the property was going through probate, and we actually had an offer on it. But because the probate process kind of got extended, like 2 3 years, like I was following up with her every so often, right, every 6 months or so, and she kept telling me, "Yeah, yeah, I'll keep my word. I'll keep my word. I'll sell it to you. I'll sell it to you." Dude, sellers are liars, right? Sellers are liars, so don't believe everything they say. And just because I kind of like presented an offer to her, um, and she's just kind of like wasn't willing to move forward with it. So it was a pain in the ass. So let me see if I can call this lady on my Google Voice. That's another thing. Just use your Google Voice. It comes in handy. I don't think we're gonna be able to reach this one. You're trying to get your first deal done, dude. What market are you in, Steve? I've got overdue tasks for days. I've got to try to clean all of these up. And this one's already going through auction. Dang it. In Kansas. Let me try to give her a call and see what happens. Yeah, so this other lead is going through foreclosure. It's unfortunate. I'm trying to start my first deal, but just studying on the ins and outs for now. What do you suggest? Polo, just start taking action, brother. Just start taking action. It doesn't really like you're gonna learn more by the trial and error than waiting here, just kind of digesting more information. Just go in and start making calls, start looking for properties. That's gonna take you a lot further than if you're just kind of waiting and doing the whole what do they call that, analysis paralysis, right? Just start taking action, dude. And then as far as to answer the other question, how many deals do we have in the pipeline right now waiting to kind of close? We've got let me see. So these are on lockdown. Oh man, give me 1 second here. I actually need to file a memorandum on a property, so give me 1 second. 3700. What is this? Oh, that's a lead that called. I'm not really interested in that right now. So we have a couple properties that I need to file memos for because we're not able to close on them immediately, unfortunately. But that doesn't mean that we're going to be, walking away from those deals. It's just things that we need to kind of protect ourselves with. So we're going to try to find a way to keep ourselves in the loop there. Let me see this guy. I'm trying to redial this guy because he's got a property that we want to buy, but he hasn't been able to. What's up, Miguel? So, all in all, my expenses are right around 4 grand with what I pay my VAs. Hey, Amir, this is Hector. How's it going? I just wanted to touch base with you and see if that house on Olive was still an option for us to pursue. Feel free to give me a call at your earliest convenience. We're still looking to buy a couple houses in your neighborhood. So, again, this is Hector. The phone number is 913-210-3293. I know damn well that he still needs to sell that house. What was the question? Monthly expenses. Yeah, so we spend around 4 grand with all of our marketing. That's paying for our VAs. That's paying for our subscription, our softwares, and all that stuff. I'm here in Kansas City, brother. Let me see. So this one offer. I got a sub two right now in Jacksonville. Those are tough, dude. Wrap buyers. The monthly payment does not make sense for long term rent, but it will work on a wrap. Yeah, I mean, you're needing like an institutional buyer. I mean, a homestead buyer, somebody that's actually going to live there. I don't know if any investor would pay or buy to kind of have a 350 a month. Still kind of shy, don't you think? Let's take a look at this one. Hey, Miss Allison, it's Hector. How's it going? Martinez, I called you about a month ago. We had a quick kind of just discussion of the house on Norton. I wasn't sure if you were still thinking about selling. Oh. Yeah, yeah. I just wanted to see if it was still like in your kind of schedule to want to sell. I know that you kind of wanted to get a move on before the 10th. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So what I do, just so you know, is we have a few ways to be able to kind of help you with the process of selling the house. We can either buy it ourselves and kind of make you a cash offer, or we can be able to spread the word out to our investor partners who sometimes are able to pay a little bit more than us just because they have deeper pockets. You know how that kind of works. And that kind of just helps us and helps you be able to avoid realtor fees, things of that nature. And usually, it only takes a couple of walkthroughs to be able to show the house to kind of these buyers who are already vetted. So we already know that they qualify for the money, um, and for them to give you an offer. Yeah. Is it okay? Yeah. Yep. Yep. Uh-huh. Yeah. Mm. Right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I mean, it also kinda makes the space look smaller once the house is empty. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Yep, yep. Okay. Yep. I gotcha. Okay. Yeah. Well, there's a couple of things there, right? I mean, one, what would be your preferred option? Like, what would you if you could wave a magic wand, what would be the preferred way of you wanting to sell this thing? Right, but I'm saying like we already kind of said without commissions and stuff, but like let's say, the process of are you thinking about emptying the house before you sell, or would you rather have like a certainty that you've sold the house and you're okay with like selling it as is? Meaning like if you want to leave stuff behind, you can. That's what I'm trying to say. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Yeah, yep. Mhm. Gotcha. Okay. Okay. Yep. Interesting. Okay. So what were you expecting to kinda, be able to walk away with in your pocket? Yeah. And so if somebody comes in and if somebody comes in and pays, buys it directly from you, what would that look like? Oh, gotcha. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Gotcha. Okay. I see. Okay. And you think it Yeah, yeah. Well, I do wanna see I do wanna see kinda like what maybe other houses are going for here. Let me take a look, just so we can have some good. Yeah, I can hear you. I guess to get top tier, at least on paper, the only houses that I'm seeing like close to the 400 have been sold through a realtor, and they are still kind of. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, so what I'm trying to say, I think if you're trying to get the most bang for your buck, I think the realtor route would probably be a good start. Um, Even though like most of these listings have been sitting on the market for about 80 to 89 days. Um, other 58. Uh-huh. Yep. What was the address? Northeast Jackson. Hmm. Yeah. Is you said the basement was partially finished, right? Okay. Yep. Yeah, that's interesting. Because yeah, there's like a few sites that I'm looking at, and the estimated value, of course, this is just based on what these systems are kind of telling me, is around like 336, 5805. Yeah, yeah. So that one, that house there sold for 330. Yeah, it sold for 330 on the market with a real estate agent, and it was sitting on the market for like 54 days, and that one just sold on the 29th of June. Let me see. If you can give me an address, I can pull it up. I don't see one on Jackson that sold recently though. Um yeah, you can use Zillow to see if there's any houses that sold recently. Yeah. Yeah, no, it's definitely one of those weird markets right now where people are expecting more from sellers. So, if you want to explore what we can offer, which is mhm. Yeah, I'm just not seeing any houses that sold like within the last year in kind of like this area that go past the 380 mark. Everything else is kind of outside of the subdivision. So what I think would be a good kind of just process for you is if you'd be open to letting us kind of show the house to a few of our better cash buyers or institutional buyers, right? They're the people that will pay the most for the house without having to charge you any sort of commission. Um, that's one option. The other option is that we can help you, uh, with maybe just listing it ourselves and handling all of the back and forth and things like that. Or you go the traditional route and list it with an agent. So so we handle the whole process of showing the house. We still list the house for you, but we're basically going to try to bring in someone that wants to live in the house, not as an investor, but as a like a family. Um, and that's just yeah, sort of, kind of, but we're not going to bother you with you having to deal with any of the process of dealing with inspections or anything like that. Yeah, yeah. Do you know when? Do you know when like that happened? Like when was that? Okay, yeah, because I was gonna say, last year to this year, things have changed in the real estate market quite a bit, and what we've been seeing is people they're still willing to pay big prices, but there's just a little bit more uh, strict with sellers on kind of like what they're expecting from the house. Hmm. Okay, 57, 32. Okay, with some red shutters. Okay, yeah, let me pull that one up. Okay, so that one sold in May 27th, and that one sold for 385. Hmm. Yeah, for sure. Does your house have a two-car garage? Okay. So their basement is fully finished. Um like they have the entire basement finished, and it looks like everything else is just pretty much uh no new updates, just pretty clean throughout. No new updates. Everything is kind of like just the basement seems to be the most updated thing. which I think adds to the square footage because their square footage is 3,804 square feet. Yep. Okay. Hmm. Okay. No, not really. Yeah. Yep. So what I can do is I can kind of run a quick assessment of what we think um like our buyers would be coming in at, and then I can kind of share that with you, that information with you once I have a better feel for like a price range, and then you can kind of let me know yes or no, whether or not it's something you want to explore. Something. Uh-huh. Yep. Uh-huh. Is there any way that you might be able to send me some pictures either via email or on this cell phone here? Sure. And I can send you my email really quick. I'll send you a quick text message. Okay. Sure, sure, sure. No problem. Okay. Sounds good, Allison. I'll take a look at stuff myself and we'll get back to you. Thank you. Have a good day. All right. Well, that's another lead that we're just gonna have to follow up with. She did say, she wanted closer, had an offer sent for 345. Showed her a few comps that brought her expectations down from her initial ask, 380. Will send us. So that's a good deal. Just gotta follow up. It's a great area. Just gotta make sure that it's the right fit for everybody. So I'll follow up with her in about a few days if I don't get any pictures from her. 1, 2, 3, Friday. That's a good opportunity. It's a good area too. So, anyways, guys, if you guys have found value from this live, don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Hector Vice Houses. We'll be doing this more often. Just want to show you guys how to do and call these leads, follow up with them, go do some deals, and I'll see you guys on the next one.